Welcome back to our daily soap opera breakdown, where the drama in Port Charles is currently burning hotter than a dumpster fire in the middle of June. Today we are diving headfirst into the absolute chaos of the June 16th episode. And let me tell you, the sheer level of audacity on display is enough to make anyone lose their mind. Grab your popcorn, because we need to talk about these unhinged choices. If you thought Port Charles was finally settling into some semblance of normal life, you clearly have not been paying attention to the absolute circus currently running the town. We have teenagers vanishing into thin air, self-righteous husbands plotting toxic setups, legal eagles behaving like absolute bullies, and a fake dead man trying to sweet-talk his way out of a massive kidnapping conspiracy. Just when you think these people cannot possibly make worse decisions, they look at the cliff of bad choices and decide to skydive off it without a parachute. Let us start with the baffling mystery over at the boathouse, because the teenage angst has officially escalated into a full-blown missing persons alert. I honestly do not know what Emma was expecting when she decided to go completely nuclear on Gio at the boathouse, but she is currently living an absolute frantic regret. One minute, she is confronting him, demanding answers for whatever secret stunt he pulled, and the next, she is screaming his name into an empty room because he has completely vanished. Talk about instant karma or just pure theatrical exit timing on his part. Emma is practically hyperventilating, pacing the floor and realizing that maybe pushing him to the edge was not her brightest move. Is Gio actually in danger, or did he just decide he had enough of the drama and walked out? Knowing this town, he probably got snatched, but Emma's sheer panic is giving us major secondhand anxiety. She is looking around the boathouse like she expects him to materialize out of the woodwork, but instead, she is just left with her own guilt and an empty room. It is absolute clown behavior on both sides, but now we are stuck waiting to see if Gio is floating in the lake or just hiding out to teach her a lesson. And honestly, that is just the tip of the iceberg when it comes to people completely losing their grip on reality. Meanwhile, we have Michael playing the role of the ultimate manipulative puppet master. And I am completely exhausted by his hypocrisy. He actually had the nerve to sit Willow down and warn her that going toe-to-toe with Tracy is a dangerous, life-altering mistake. Oh, really, Michael? You are suddenly concerned about your wife's safety after you spent weeks actively plotting to push her into the arms of Chase? The psychological gymnastics this man performs to justify his actions are wild. He is standing there, looking all concerned, telling Willow that Tracy is a ruthless predator who will chew her up and spit her out. And to be fair, he is not wrong about Tracy. We are talking about a woman who literally grabbed Willow by the arm and shook her like a rag doll during their last confrontation. But Michael trying to act like the protective husband while simultaneously engineering a scenario to destroy his own marriage is peak toxic behavior. He is warning Willow to back off, but we all know he just wants to keep the chess pieces moving in his sick little game. Willow is standing there, looking absolutely terrified and completely out of her depth, because she actually thinks Michael has her best interests at heart. She has no idea she is being played from all sides, and this whole confrontation with Tracy is just a ticking time bomb. Speaking of Tracy, her stay at the police station has turned into an absolute comedy of errors, and Chase is right in the middle of the blast zone. I have to give Chase some major credit here, because arresting Tracy takes some serious, monumental courage, but now he is paying the price. Enter Justine, the assistant district attorney, who has apparently decided that her sole purpose in life is to make Chase's existence a living hell. Justine is stomping around the precinct, throwing threats like confetti, and telling Chase that one more wrong move is going to cost him his badge, his career, and probably his dignity. But is Chase backing down? Absolutely not. He is standing his ground, defending Willow, and straight up accusing Justine of having a massive, unprofessional bias. The tension in that room was so thick you could cut it with a knife. Chase is practically vibrating with anger, refusing to let this legal bully steamroll over him or the woman he is secretly obsessed with protecting. It is a massive power struggle, and Justine is making it very clear that she is out for blood. If Chase is not careful, his crusade to play the white knight for Willow is going to leave him unemployed and completely ruined. But of course, He is too stubborn to see the writing on the wall, and this legal battle is about to get so much uglier. But if we are talking about people who are absolutely skating on thin ice, we have to talk about the mess at the Metro Court. Nina is out here doing actual detective work, and I am absolutely living for it. She sat down for a meal with the fake Nathan, who we all know is actually Cassius, and she did not hesitate to put him on the hot seat. Nina is no fool, and she has been smelling a rat for a while now. She started grilling him about the last time he spoke to Liesel, and you could practically see the sweat dripping down Cassius's face. He tried to play it cool, spinning some elaborate cover story about how they spoke just a few hours ago, but he had to keep the actual truth completely hidden. He cannot exactly tell Nina that Liesel is currently locked in a basement at Windermere being forced to work on a crazy scientific project. Now can he? Nina's eyes were practically squinting with suspicion as she watched him fumble through his excuses. She is starting to realize that this man's story has more holes than Swiss cheese. Cassius is running out of time, and the fact that he was recently shot by Sidwell to fake an escape is only making him look more guilty. Nina is getting closer to the truth, and once she realizes this man is an imposter who is helping keep her beloved aunt captive, there will not be a safe place on earth for him to hide. And then we have the absolute main event of the evening, which is the high-stakes rescue mission being cooked up by Carly and Valentine. These two are such a chaotic pairing, and their dynamic is absolute gold. Carly, in true fashion, has completely ignored every single piece of logical advice and decided she is going to storm Spoon Island. Valentine is trying to be the voice of reason, warning her that if they make one wrong move, everything falls apart. He is looking her dead in the eye, telling her that this is a life or death situation, and he is not exaggerating. Valentine is actually willing to lay his own life on the line to save Jocelyn, which is honestly a massive redemption arc for him. But Carly is just too impatient, too desperate to get her daughter back, and she is ready to run headfirst into a trap. Valentine flat out rejected her suggestion to bring Sonny into the mix, declaring that he is going to handle this himself, even if it means he does not make it out alive. The sheer desperation in his voice was palpable. They are trying to map out a plan to infiltrate Windermere, completely unaware that Ross is waiting in the wings, ready to shut down anyone who gets too close. Carly thinks she can just bluff her way through, but she is about to face a level of danger she is completely unprepared for. The sheer volume of secrets and lies currently suffocating Port Charles is reaching a critical mass, and I am genuinely terrified for what comes next. We have Emma screaming into the void at the boathouse, completely unaware of where Gio has gone. We have Willow standing on the edge of a cliff, caught between a physical threat from Tracy and a psychological trap set by her own husband. We have Chase risking his entire future to fight a corrupt legal system, while Nina is inches away from exposing the fake Nathan. And in the middle of it all, Carly and Valentine are preparing to walk straight into the lion's den to save Jocelyn and Liesel. Every single one of these storylines is heading toward a massive, explosive collision, and there is absolutely no way everyone walks away from this unscathed. Will Carly's recklessness cost Valentine his life? Will Nina finally blow the whistle on Cassius? We are left with so many burning questions, and the anticipation is absolutely killing me.
Goodbye. Please like, subscribe, and comment on the GH Spoilers Daily channel.